once again, we don't normally have positive news. We always have, we're not the bearers of good news on our show. Unfortunately, that's the way. That's the reality of the things that are happening in and around the world currently.
So yeah.
So I think your question was it to do with if you can please repeat regarding the ceasefire?
So we've got three topics, which is first one is update on ceasefire between America and Iran, and also the ceasefire between Lebanon and the Israeli state. So the good news is, I think the Israeli and Lebanon, the ceasefire is holding. There can be reasons. We can go into the reasons why that is. So we'll just start off with the. So that's holding, as far as I know. I've checked the latest news. So that's holding, and there's celebrations taking place in Beirut, the capital of Lebanon. But the issue, between America and Iran, the talks are held in Islamabad. They failed to reach any conclusion, as both parties that were mediated by Islamabad, the government of Pakistan. So the first, obviously, the disagreement that took place was that Israel and Lebanon Israel should not attack Lebanon, which happened straight after the agreement was memorandum of understanding, and I think it's 10 or 15 points.
I think they did the largest amount of strikes in 10 minutes. They did like 100 strikes. But I think with regards to the Pakistani movement, the positive sign is, even though it might have been under directive of Donald Trump, is that they tried to organize some kind of peace talks, even though they failed. And I think Pakistan was adamant that they stick to the original, with the US, they stick to the original plan. So in some sense, that 2 weeks pause for Iran was helpful. But what we do know is, on the flip side, Israel can do whatever they want. It didn't abide by the agreement. So they didn't adhere to what the US, Donald Trump said, which means they're not scared of Donald Trump. I think most of the Middle East is scared of Donald Trump. The Arab world is scared of Donald Trump. The Pakistani officials are probably scared of Donald Trump as well, and what the outcomes could be. So what I'm trying to tell you is, Israel has won. They still hold territory. There are residents moving south. Israel said, "Do not move south." Lebanon said, "Do not move south." Of about the 20% of Lebanon that Israel holds. So there's no complexities, and it looks like what's happening is, especially in the UK, what they feel is the outcome of these effects are petrol prices, and when Donald Trump makes an announcement, they go up and down. Somebody, probably most likely Donald Trump's friends, are making a lot of money, making billions of pounds in one transactions. That's been noted by Sky News, but there have been major transactions that's behind the scenes. But what we're seeing is, unfortunately, for us guys in the UK, which I think we need to bring it back to, the prices of petrol, the prices of food is up. For example, if you go to your local grocery shop, for some reason they've raised the price of, for example, keema was £5, now it's £7. Mixed sheep was about £9, now it's £11. So it is affecting everyone, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But if I can go back to the actual failed, partially, I think in some aspects, partially failed negotiations via Pakistan. There is some sort of peace uh, for the people compared to a couple of weeks ago. So that is a positive. Israel has negotiated his own peace, and I think what their main plan is to knock any opposition, which is Hezbollah, and in the long run, they will probably take over more or of Lebanon, which it already have. So the biggest losers are Lebanon, are Iran at the moment, and and the other nations are affected, but not as much.
You got. I think obviously I disagree with that analysis. I personally think obviously looking at the reality that Israel is fighting two front war. So they've got the war on Iran, and now the Lebanon is taking a toll, and the Israeli public opinion, the American public opinion, is not happy. It's So the issue to do with who's losing and who's winning, is public opinion that matters, and also
Public opinion where, if you don't mind saying, AJ?
In America.
In America,
yeah.
I don't know what outcomes is are having. The outcomes are still Israel holds parts of Lebanon. Still, there was a opening and blocking of Strait of Hormuz. So in that aspect, that's my opinion. But it's good to have different. People can have different opinions. Which
But you got to present evidence for obviously what's happening.
Yeah.
And my evidence is that the Strait of Hormuz is closed again. It's closed again. And America thought, we'll get the memorandum of understanding, we'll get the agreement, whatever points we have, we'll make, that Iran will accept them, and Iran has declined and told them that we're not gonna. Obviously, there was two sticky points, which is the nuclear weapons, that they stop the nuclear weapons, allow the atomic agency to inspect them and to get rid of them. Otherwise, that's one of the sticky points. The other sticky point is that Lebanon, straight after the memorandum was signed or agreed, the 10-point plan as that did not include Lebanon. So that the Iran said that it includes, and even Pakistan, said that Lebanon, the war in Lebanon, has to stop. That was included in the points. And the other issue that we need to address as well is that Israel has said that all the Palestinian prisoners can be executed, so they cannot resist or defend themselves from the settlers and the Israeli forces. So more and more of their territory is taken up by the settlements are taking place in.
So who's winning?
Illegal. So who's winning?
That's why I said Israel is winning. So
I'm talking about the war in Lebanon.
Yeah.
Why is it retreating? Why are they retreating? Is because they made losses. People have died, which they're not showing, and these body bags are going back to their families. And the public opinion, what I'm talking about is public opinion. So if you look at the public opinion, that is changing against Netanyahu and Trump. And I've seen.
How long is it going to take the public opinion to change? Couple of months or couple of years to have an effect on the actual policies?
What happens is, look, the public opinion is against the war, and how long it takes, obviously in this system that we're living, it's usually at the election times where the majority decides who gets in and who is removed, or there could be an impeachment. That's one way of getting rid of the president or the We've seen that happen with when Nixon was impeached, and we have seen that. But you're right. This propaganda war and the public opinion is very crucial in the sense that the government, I'm talking about the government, has to take this in mind. So they're gone. I mean, Europe today and Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, has gone to a meeting in Paris. I don't know if you're aware of that, to discuss these matters. What's happened is what you see is that Trump started making demands and saying Greenland belongs to us. All this has led to the decline which we're looking at of America as an empire. But obviously, what I want to ask you,
I think there is going to be decline in the sense that if the Muslims get together, the Arab world, then there could be a substantial decline. It's obvious. Israel, the Iron Dome, and whatever systems they have, they can be penetrable. They are facing casualties. I 100% agree with that. But the Arab world is probably more disunited now because of this, because of the fact that they've got bases there, because of the fact that Iran's been attacking the neighbors, basically.
So even if you mentioned about the Arab governments and the Arab street is burning with anger. So the anger, I mean, if you look back, I mean, this is obviously happened for 10 years, where the Arab Spring began in Tunisia, in one country, and it had a domino effect through the Arab countries, so Egypt, Syria, a few other countries. So if and when obviously the public and the people who are in charge, they will get toppled. They will get toppled, as we saw with the Arab Spring, and that can happen. It's happened, like I said, happened in the Arab Spring. So that's the reality of public opinion, which is that it can easily change. It's not a matter of when we talk about it. It's not a matter of. It's only a matter of time. So that can happen. But we'll just go for a short break, and we'll be back